What is poppin' and choppin' my Bagel Bites? It is Mr. Bagel Bites here, bringing another VGC team video. And in this one, we're bringing back the team that used like the support Dragapult here, and the Buzzwole that, you know, with Ally Switch, Fire Blast, Will-O-Wisp, Draco Meteor. Yeah, it's just max HP, max special, or max speed with the last 4 and like special attack. We're using that with the Buzzwole. It was meant to be like a Registeel showcase, but it ended up being a Buzzwole showcase, pretty heavy. And it might end up kind of being the same thing here, because Buzzwole feels pretty good against a lot of these threats. Especially with the Assault Vest, he gets real bulky. But Registeel don't seem terrible either, and he doesn't have anything for really Intimidate, so I might end up just leading the Landorus. He doesn't really have a great dedicated Landorus option. So I'm going to lead Landorus and the support Dragapult here, with Regi-Steal in the back. For the last slot, I mean, like, Regilecki is probably going to have to be the pick to beat Celesteela. But, I mean, if Dragapult has Fire Blast, it might be able to... So what's the Lecky do if I'm not leading it? Late game, it's literally just for Celesteela. I'm going to bring Buzzwole. I like Buzzwole a lot. I think it's a really good Pokemon, and I definitely think slept on right now. People are definitely overlooking it. But if you guys are excited for the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on Mr. Bagel Bites content. It super helps out the channel and myself, so I hope you consider doing that. And with that, we're going to get into the first battle here. I don't. Porygon 2 and Celesteela. Alright. So we bring out our Landers here, so we will get the Intimidate off on the Celesteela. So that could matter unless it's special. I personally prefer the physical, but teach their own. So it gets a special attack boost, so it probably has Ice Beam, so I kind of want to just swap here. But that's also super dangerous, because he could just end up... Maybe I should go for like a Rock Slide and... Actually, what do either of these Pokemon do to Registeel? I'm gonna swap Registeel in here, and then I think I could even Dynamax here and go for max Fire Blast. I'm not special attack invested, really, but the Fire Blast still would do like a ton of damage. Oh, I forgot to. Oh no, I forgot to get that. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Fire Blast into Celesteela and scout the damage on that. Because if I can, I'd like to save the Dynamax for Buzzwole. We can bring in our boy Registeel. Got a 2-hit KO. Good stuff. I like that. It is Flash Cannon, so it is special. We take that pretty well. Oh, it's because it's Life Orb. And he's going to set up the Trick Room. So it is special. So we have to make a decision here. I still think I am going to go for a Iron Defense here to boost the damage of both our Body Press and boost our defense. The real question here is, do I want to Ally Switch? I think I kind of do, actually, though. Yeah. Because that should buy a turn. He's actually Dynamaxing, too, which is huge for us. Because he probably thought we might Dynamax in order to secure the KO in case he didn't. Yeah, I think that's what he was going for. So let's go ahead and get our boy, give him a little boosty boost. An Iron Defense. He's not going to do anything against either of these two Pokemon. But the Ally Switch is definitely going to throw him off now that he knows we have it. And this is probably going to be a Max Steel Spike. So we are slower than the Celesteela. Good. So it'll give us a nice boosty boost. And here comes a Max Flare into now Dragapult, which we live. That's important, because now we know he has that. So what is that, Flamethrower? I think it does get Flamethrower. Okay, so we're gonna get Drag. Okay, yeah, we're gonna eat that, and we'll get a little Lefties boost. With that in mind, I'm going to go for a Fire Blast into the Celesteela. Because I don't really want to swap Landers into that if I can help it now that we have a +2. And we know he has Ice Beam, so he could just fire that off randomly. I'm gonna go for the protect. I could protect here, actually, and cover both my options, depending on what he guesses. I actually think that's gonna be the play. And then scout the damage from the max flare as well, because he is life orb. Yeah, I think it's gonna be best if we do this. Yeah, the ally switch definitely puts players on tilt. So we do that. Here comes the max flare. So he doesn't predict the... Oh, okay, so yeah, that would have came close to KOing if it didn't. He goes for Thunderbolt, but we protected, so he doubled up. So if this Fire Blast connects, I think we KO. That's bad. So we get a little bit of lefties boost here. I think I am going to ally switch for this last turn here. Right? I'll ally switch, and I'll go for a body press into the Porygon, because he'll die to life orb damage, and he's going to move first anyway. No, he doesn't! We undersped. I'm dumb. I actually should have body pressed into the Celesteela. Well, he might protect here, actually, knowing that. So that might not be a completely terrible play, but I definitely should have just attacked the Celesteela. It was definitely a bit of a misplay there. Yeah, it was. Let's go and get off this ally switch first. Body press coming out. This is +2 body press. Yeah, it's definitely a 2-hit KO. And then max flare coming out into the Dragapult. Sweet. Dragapult takes that last hit. Will go down. Did a great job. He'll go down to the life orb. Well, first he'll get a beast boost and then go down to the life orb. Awesome. So we lost our support Dragapult and got a +2, and we took down his Dynamax. Thunderbolt coming out here. This will probably do a decent amount of damage. That's not terrible, actually, considering he got the special attack boost. So we'll get some lefties. Now's the point where if we want to decide if we want to bring in Buzzwole or not. I think I actually want to bring in Lando and see what he swaps in. And save Buzzwole for a late game. Yep, I'm glad I brought in Lando. So we get a big Intimidate here. We do know he has Ice Beam though, so this is where it gets a little tricky. I'm definitely going to Body Press again into Porygon. And I think I have to get a little greedy and actually go for the Swords Dance first. Yeah, I think I have to. I have to get a little bit greedy here, because we know Body Press will pick up the KO. I don't really care about an Earthquake from Garchomp or a Rock Slide. But I do care about what that Porygon does. So if the ally switches, it's on him. I don't think he carries Protect. Yeah, we're going to pick up the KO here. Good stuff. Good stuff. I personally don't think he'll Earthquake, so I think, yeah, there's the Rock Slide. So he's trying to go for the flinch. Registeel's going to take, 3 whole damage. So as long as we don't get flinched, I think we just kind of secure the KO, the game here. Because we'll get the big Swords Dance off. Going to double our attack. He'll swap in his last Mon. And if it's a physical attacker, I really just don't know what he does against Registeel at this point. Yeah. Because we still have our Dynamax option too. It's Nihilego. That kind of sucks. I'm going to go for Flash Cannon into it though. And we'll Dynamax Max Quake into it. We'll just double up because we know he can't because we know he can't Dynamax, so he can't max guard this. And I don't think Nihilego has anything stellar for Landorus that I can think of off the top of my head. Unless we have Sun up. Well, actually Sun doesn't do us anything. None of our Pokemon have a fire move left. Yeah, he just can't. Good game. Oh, good game 1. Dude, Dragapult putting in the work. Wide Lens Fire Blast, baby. You don't even need special attack investment. I'm good. We'll definitely fire up another one, though. That was fun. And if you guys are excited for the second battle, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on Mr. Bagel Bites content. Super important. And we'll pick champion since we just won that. I actually haven't heard champion in a long time, so we'll go ahead and fire it up against Kyle. This is an interesting team. Mian Chao probably has like coaching, maybe wide guard. He's got Suncore with Lilligant, which is definitely cool. I wonder, what does... We do have Ice Beam for it. And Regilecki, we were max... No, this one isn't the max speed one. This is the little bit bulkier one. But we are timid. Might still outspeed a Lilligant, honestly. I think so insane. I'm gonna lead, I think, Feeny... Feeny Lando to scout what he goes for. If he goes Suncore or not. Well, no, that could be... That's probably Defiant Thunderous. I can't do that. Yeah, that would be a misplay. I'm gonna go Feeny Registeel, because I feel like he doesn't have a great answer for that, actually. Lecky doesn't really do anything here. Dragapult in the back, though, could be actually really good in the late game. If we could get, like, a burn, and then we could just start firing off, like, Fire Blast, because in the sun, that'll be doing a lot of damage. I think for the last slot, it's either got to be Landorus or Buzzwole, and I think I want it to be Buzzwole. I've seen what Buzzwole can do, and it's just... It always surprises me with how good it is. Like, every time I bring it, I'm just like, is this really going to be, like, the play? And it almost always is. Even in, like, testing, because after I made that video, what was it, like 2 days ago now? Like, I went and tested it some more, and I'm just like, this is actually really good. What? Mian Chao Dusclops. Okay. So here's where we're kind of fine if he, like, sets Trick Room. We'll set that so there's no, like, burns or anything happening. This was mostly for Lilligant lead. Because if we set Terrain, we can't be, like, put to sleep or anything. He's going to see our lefties and our choice specs. So he knows we don't have Protect, so the Feeny slot's definitely going to get faked out. So I think I'm going to swap in a Dragapult here. And I'm going to go ahead and just set up an Iron Defense. Because if we can get a couple Iron Defenses up, we'll be in a pretty good position. Especially based on the rest of his Pokemon. So there's Dragapult. Fake out. Yep. So we'll go ahead and set the Iron Defense up. Get a big boosty boost. And Trick Room. Yep, that's fine. I don't particularly care about that. I'm going to go ahead and go for actually a Will-O-Wisp into the Mian Chao slot because I can see them hard swapping. And I'm just going to set up another Iron Defense and scout for Haze. Why did I? I'm so dumb. That was actually a really bad play on my part because I actually set the terrain specifically for this. And now I'm about to fire a Will-O-Wisp into a Pokemon that can't be burned because of Misty Terrain. Yeah, that was actually a really bad play on my end. We will get a nice lefties boost here, though. And we're +4 in defense. I'm going to go ahead and... That sucks. I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Fire Blast, I think. Actually, no, I'll fire a Draco Meteor into the Mian Chao, and then go ahead and Protect to get more health back this turn and prevent the Nightshade that's inevitably coming in. Oh, it's actually going into Dragapult, so we'll be left with 5 health. Cool. So we actually get to fire off another attack here. So here comes the Draco Meteor. Not a ton of damage, so it's pretty specially defensively invested. And we'll get some more lefties boosts. Okay. Let's go ahead and go for a... No, because we're not going to get the burn. Do we want to swap? I mean, we can get a potential late game Will-O-Wisp, which could be pretty huge. I'm actually going to go for Ally Switch. Yeah, and body press the Mian Shao. Yeah, since we have 5 health anyway, this is fine. Because he wants to knock off that slot anyway. Okay, so he's actually hazing, so he does have it. We'll go for body press. I don't know if this will pick up the KO now. It does, actually. Sweet. We gain a little bit more lefty's health, and we wasted another turn of Trick Room. It sucks that we lost our Iron Defense boost, but not a huge deal. And there's Glastrier. With that in mind, I think there's 1 turn left. Yeah, Trick Room. I'm going to set up the Iron Defense here. And swap, I think, into Feeny. Is Feeny defensively invested? I think a little bit. Well, we got HP. What about Buzzwole? Not very. Because the set is more based for when they have screens up at this point. He's also got to worry about ally switch now, too. Which is a big thing. I think I have to let Dragapult go down here. I'm going to go for the Fire Blast, though, in case he overpredicts. Yeah. I think it's the play. It really stinks, though. Horse is just really hard to beat, still. It's unfortunately really, really strong. It's one of, like, the 2 Pokemon that are basically your go-tos if you want, like, a hyper-competitive team. Glastrier or Colossal. So we are going to lose our boy here, Dragapult. And then Max Quake coming in. We're pretty defensively invested, though, so we do actually take it. So he gets a special defense boost, but not a, yeah. There we go. So we'll go for Iron Defense. And we'll get some HP back from our leftovers, putting us over 30, just at 30. Okay, 29. So we lose terrains. And we can swap in Buzzwole here. The real question is that weakness policy? And based on the rest of his team, I would say so. I'd be pretty shocked if it's actually vested, or even Life Orb. It could be, but I don't think so. So I'm going to go for Body Press into Glastrier here. And I think we'll just go for like a... I think we're going to go for Max Knuckle into it too, raise our attack. Yeah, unfortunately, the Vest isn't really going to do much for the rest of his team unless he has Torkoal in the back, which he very well could. Which I'd kind of be fine with a Torkoal endgame if we actually get to bring our Feeny. So hopefully, our boy Buzzwole here can put in some work. Big health bars. That sucks. That sucks. That's real rough. Fortunately, I guess he does waste his second turn of Dynamax. But he's definitely getting Trick Room back up here. Yeah. I wasn't sure if he'd want Registeel to survive, so I went for it. I got greedy. Still +2 though, so I'm going to go for a Protect here. Which we might survive now, where we wouldn't have before. And I'm going to go for a... I really don't want to start getting Pain Split. I'm going to go for the Max Knuckle, I think, in the Glastrier. No, I'll wait. I'll get some chip damage on it first. I'll go for Max Flutterby in the Glastrier first. So we'll get the Protect off. So he's actually hazing. So I'll get rid of our +2, so we're probably not going to survive that Max Quake now, or this Max Knuckle. We might survive a Max Knuckle, actually, through Protect. Yeah, so that's his last turn of Dynamax. He does get an attack raise, but that also got rid of his special defense boost from the Quake. So that's kind of good. Oh, it is Life Orb. Did I see that? I must have just missed it. So this is actually a really bad play. I mean, it doesn't... It might have done a bit more damage. But, yeah. Yeah, that was a bad play by me there. Go for Max Knuckle. Okay. So now we can fire off our own Max Knuckle. Do I actually want to swap? Oh, Dragapult went down, that's right. Feeney's not really going to take any damage from most of their mons, though. 2 turns of Trick Room? 3 turns of Trick Room. We're not going to be able to get that Iron Defense off. We're going to go down. So do I want a late game Regi-Steal or do I want Feeney at full health? I think I want full health Feeney. I'm going to go for Flash Cannon into Glastrier. And I'm going to go for a Max Knuckle into it. Yeah. I think we... Wait, were we at 51? No, we're at 27. What the heck? Oh, right, because we got hit through the Max Guard. That's right. I'm actually kind of fine with it, though. Oh, and we avoid the attack. Yeah, I was actually kind of fine with that, because that way Glastrier doesn't pick up a KO now. That might have been a crit. It was not a crit. Buzzwole's just insane. I always forget that. So we're going to get an attack boost, and we're going to get a beast boost. So that's also going to give us a nice attack boost, so we're +2 there. So now we can swap in Feeney. Buzzwole, or Dusclops is probably going to haze this turn. Oh, it's Thunderous. Okay. Luckily, though, his Trick Room is still up, so it's actually going to benefit us now. So neither of our Pokemon will be able to get paralyzed now, which is pretty relevant. Okay. So I'm going to go for an Ice Beam here into Thunderous, and I am going to go... probably for Poison Jab. And just double up into Thunderous. Thunderous. I could try and Poison Jab the Dusclops, I guess. It has the haze here, right? But does the Thunderous have predict the Protect? I'm going to go for Poison Jab. Leech Life? No, Dusclops resists almost every move. I'll go for that dual Wing Beat into Dusclops. Yeah, he does Protect here. So I'm glad I did that. Because he's probably going to haze. Yeah, there's the haze. Dual Wing Beat. That thing is max defense invested, I would say. Okay. So now we'll go for another Ice Beam here, since we're locked in. We have full health, so there's no point to go for the Leech Life, so I'll go for a Poison Jab. If he double protects, he double protects. I mean, and if he gets it, he gets it. There's nothing to do about that. But it's kind of his only win con, isn't it? Yeah, because he has still 1 turn of Trick Room. And there's no way Feeney... Yeah, so he's going to go for Nightshade here to get a little bit of damage off. So go ahead and hit him here. So that should definitely put him in range of the Ice Beam. There we go. I did get a little worried since the other Pokemon... Yeah, now we have Trick Room off the field. Since Glastrier had Life Orb, I wasn't sure if he would have it or not. And he didn't, so that was interesting. I'm going to go for Leech Life. Sure, it's not very effective, but okay, we win. I was going to say, the reason we would go for it here is to get our health a little bit higher so that we can live another Nightshade. But that's going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like, subscribe button to stay up to date on Mr. BagelBite's content. Super helps out the channel and myself. Hope you consider doing that. You guys are great. I love y'all. And as always, catch you later.